Dear students, I welcome you back to the multiple integrals. This is session number 5. We are in the discussion of triple integrals in multiple integrals. In the last session, we had a discussion on the problems on double integrals by changing to polar coordinates. Why we need to change the polar coordinates, that also we discussed. Whenever the region of integration is a circle or part of the circle, we go for changing to polar coordinates, and also discussed about some application examples to find the mass and center of gravity. And then we started the triple integrals with the definition and the evaluation of the constant limits. And in the constant limits, there were 6 possible orders we discussed. When f x y z is a function defined on a rectangular box B, its dimensions are x varies from 0 a to b, y varies from c to d, and z r to s, where a, b, c, d and r s, they are all constant limits. So, evaluation takes, there are 6 possibilities you can see in this table. The one integral, triple integral, you can do in 6 ways. All of them are giving the same results. See the first one, dz, dy, dx, all a, b, c, d, r, s are constant limits. You want to integrate first with respect to z, means you have to use the z limits r s, integrate with respect to z. Then integrate with respect to y using the y limits, second limits are c, d, and lastly integrate with respect to x using the limits of x, they are a and b. Similarly, you can integrate first with respect to z, second and third orders are changed here. Second integration is x, so that you see the second integral limits a to b, x limits, and lastly y with respect to y, y limits are c to d. So that like this way, one triple integral with the constant limits we can evaluate by all other 6 possible types here. So last you can see, if you want to integrate first with respect to x, that is the inner integral, second with respect to z, then with respect to y, see the limits here. First with respect to x means this should be a to b, it is not r s. First with respect to x, f x y z, first limits are a to b, then z limits they are second r to s, and y limits last they are c to d. So whenever constant limits are given, we can solve the problem by any of the 6 type integrals. So now in this session, we will go further triple integrals over general regions, means the limits of the integration are not constants, they are bounded by the curves and surfaces. So there is a type 1 region, we call it as E. You can see the picture here. E is a solid surface here. It is bounded by 2 surfaces. It is bounded by 2 surfaces, which are z is equal to u1 is a function of x y, and the upper surface z is equal to u2 x y. So in z direction we have taken. So you see the z axis, along z axis the solid surface E is bounded by the lower surface is z is equal to function of x y, and upper surface is another function of x y. Now in this integration, it can be shown that it is of the type 1 region, it is mentioned here, type 1 region is given by. So when z limits are functions of x y, first we do the integration with respect to z. First integration with respect to z using z limits would be a function of x y. So after the integration, this bracket becomes function of x y, then it is a double integral problem. After one integration, the triple integral problem is reduced to double integral problem. So, this bracket function is the function of x y, then integrate d. So, the meaning of inner integral on this expression is that here x and y are fixed constant here. So, you know that integration with respect to z means keeping the other variables constant. That is why x and y are held fixed here. That means u1 and u2 they are regarded as constant, while integrating with respect to z they are treated as the constant. Now, integrate f of x y z with respect to z. After the integration, we have taken the d. What is d here? D is the projection of that solid surface on the xy plane. D is, it is the region in the xy plane, plane region in the xy plane. It is the projection. How the projection? You take from the top to top shadow of that solid surface on the x axis, that is the projection of the solid surface E on the xy plane is like this. So, this D is in the plane region, it is a plane region in xy plane. So, next for double integrals you need to calculate what are the limits of this region. So, like how we evaluated the double integrals, D is bounded by the two curves y is equal to g1x and y equal to g2x, and x limits are x equal to a to x equal to b. So, we know that the region D is bounded by two set of limits y and x. So, the total E, the solid region E is bounded by x varies from a to b and y they are functions of x and z they are functions of x y. Finally, the triple integral is written as, see that f of x y z first integrated with respect to z using the limits they are functions of x y. The second integration is with respect to x, finally with respect to second integration is with respect to y using the functions of x, finally the integration with respect to x using the constant limits. So, this is the type 1 region. So, in this type there is an alternative formula. How it is? The D, z limits are same, z is equal to u1 xy and u2 xy are same, and D is the projection of the same solid surface on the xy plane. While selecting the limits of the region D, we know that every region in the xy plane there are two types. We have seen in the double integration changing the order of integration. So, every region in the xy plane we have two set of limits. One set is x limits are constants, y limits are functions of x, that is one set. The another set we can consider y limits are constants, y is equal to c to d, and x limits are functions of y. Say x is equal to h1 y lower limit and x equal to h2 y. So, no change in the z limits. Z, the solid region is surface is fixed here along z axis, it is in the space, its projection D is again same. While selecting the limits of D, there are two possibilities. There are two types of region, type 1 region and type 2 region we have seen in the double integral evaluation. So, that the E is expressed as the y limits are constants c to d and x limits they are functions of y. So, z limits are same. Finally, the triple integral, that equation becomes integrate first with respect to z, then the second integral is with respect to x here using the y limits, finally integrate with respect to y using the constants. So, this is about the type 1 region. The solid surface is same, only its projection is classified into two set of limits here. Now, you can take one example on the type 1 region. This is the problem. Evaluate, see the limits 0 to a is a constant. Next integral limits are 0 to x and another one 0 to x plus y, e raised to x plus y plus z, dz, dy, dx. So, this is the given problem. We can easily identify what are the x, y, z limits here. In this problem, the first limits 0 to x plus y, they are the z limits. Here function is given x e raised to x plus y plus z, that is the function of x, y, z. It is of type 1 reason, we write it as where z limits are the functions of x and y, they are 0 to x plus y. The second limits, they are the y limits which are functions of x, y equal to 0 to x, and x limits are constants 0 to a. So, the given integral, therefore, we can write. Now, integrate with respect to z first, integrate with respect to z first. So, we can do integration of e raised to x plus y plus z with respect to z. How to integrate e raised to x plus y plus z? We know that e raised to x integration is e raised to x with respect to x. E raised to x plus y with respect to x is again e raised to x plus y, or with respect to y also e raised to x plus y. E raised to x plus y plus z with respect to x, again it is same with respect to y, because the coefficient of x is 1 with respect to x, again same equation. Coefficient of y also 1. Here coefficient of z is 1. So, integration of entire function e raised to x plus y plus z is same again e raised to x plus y plus z. Suppose z coefficient is any number, that is to be divided by the entire function. So, how e raised to ax integration is ax upon a. In that way, here coefficient of z is 1. So, divided by 1 means the same function you get e raised to x plus y plus z, its integration is same. So, after the integration, we substitute the limits, z is equal to 0 and z is equal to x plus y. So, in place of z, we have to substitute here in place of z. So, z is equal to upper limit, z is equal to x plus y. So, already e raised to x plus y plus one more x plus y here, x plus y plus x plus y is, it is 2x plus 2y simplified as e raised to 2x plus 2y minus the lower limit when z is equal to 0, put in place of z 0 here. So, e raised to x plus y plus 0, that is e raised to x plus y. This is upper limit value minus the lower limit. So, one integration is over. You can see that it is completely purely a function of x and y. After the integration with respect to z, the resulting function is the function of x and y. Now, it is a double integral problem. So, one integration is over, that reduced to double integral, means the triple integral after one integration is reduced to a double integral problem. You know how to solve this problem here. Then you integrate with respect to y, keeping x constant here, integrate with respect to y, keeping x constant, and then substitute the limits 0 to x. See here, integration of 2x plus 2y with respect to y, integration of 2x plus 2y with respect to y is e raised to 2x plus 2y as it is, divided by coefficient of y, coefficient of y is 2 here. So, that is to be divided by to the entire function. So, you can see here e raised to 2x plus 2y divided by 2. 2 is the coefficient of y because it is with respect to y, minus the second term e raised to x plus y divided by coefficient of y. Coefficient of y is 1 here. So, it is same e raised to x plus y because x is kept constant here, only dividing the coefficient of y. So, that e raised to x plus y is e raised to x plus y. Now, substituting the limits in place of y is equal to 0 and y is equal to x. Now, substitute the upper limit, put y is equal to x here, put y is equal to x. So, e raised to 2x plus 2x, it becomes e raised to 4x, divided by 2 is there, divided by 2. So, that is the upper limit for first term, minus I take the lower limit for the first term again, minus the lower limit when y is equal to 0 here, y is equal to 0, it becomes e raised to 2x divided by 2. So, this completes the first two terms are corresponding to the first term of previous step. Minus, consider e raised to x plus y, putting the limits 0 and x. First you substitute y is equal to x here, y is equal to x. So, x plus x e raised to 2x here. So, minus lower limit. So, I have written simplified here minus minus plus, put y equal to 0, e raised to x, it is e raised to x. Now, before integration with respect to x, we simplify first. So, there is a term, only one term, e raised to 4x divided by 2, then e raised to 2x, e raised to 2x and e raised to 2x, there are two terms, adding these two, 1 by 2 and 1, that becomes 3 by 2, this becomes 3 by 2 plus e raised to x as it is. Now, integrating e raised to 4x, it is e raised to 4x by 2, it is e raised to 4x by 2. After the integration, you get, after the integration, e raised to 4x by 4 into 2, 8. Here it is e raised to 4x by 2, its integration is e raised to 4x by 8. Now, combining these two, it is 3 by 2 e raised to 2x. So, integration of 3 by 2 e raised to 2x is 3 by 2 e raised to 2x divided by 2. This becomes 4 here. 3 by 4 e raised to 2x. It should be 4 plus e raised to x integration is e raised to x. Now, substitute 0 to a. E raised to 4x, in place of x you substitute a here, e raised to 4a divided by 4 minus, it is 3 by 4. So, it is taken 3 by 4, 3 by 4 e raised to 2a, x equal to a, 2a plus e raised to a, x equal to a, e raised to a. This three terms corresponds to the upper limit substitution, minus the lower limit, put x is equal to 0 in each of the terms. So, it becomes e raised to 0, that is 1, all the terms e raised to 2x, this also 1, when x equal to 0, e raised to 0, that is also 1. So, 1 by 8 adding, this is 1 by 4, 3 by 4, 1 by 8, 3 by 4 plus 1. So, simplify that, 1 by 8, 3 by 4 plus 1, that becomes, take the LCM 8, LCM 8, then simplify, you take 1 by 8, 1 by 8, 1 by 8 plus 3 by 4 plus 1, take the LCM 8, 8 here, 2 here, 1 here, there is a middle minus sign. So, 8 plus 1 9, 8 plus 1 9 minus 6, it is 3 by 8. So, the final answer is, to make the correction, e raised to 4x by 8 minus 3 by 4 e raised to a, it is substituting x equal to a, plus e raised to a is equal plus last lower limit 3 by 8. So, that is the answer for the integral. Make the correction in that PPT. So, this is the way of integrating using the type 1 region. Now, moving to another example, when the limits of integration are not given, but the solid region is given. Using the solid region, you first create the limits of integration and then evaluate the integrals. See this problem, evaluate the triple integral z into dv, dv is dx, dy, dz, where E is the solid tetrahedron. You know that what is tetrahedron? Bounded by the 4 planes. There are totally 4 planes, x equal to 0, y equal to 0, z equal to 0 and the plane x plus y plus z is equal to 1. You know that what is x equal to 0 plane? x equal to 0 plane in geometry, it is yz plane, and y equal to 0, it is xz plane, and z equal to 0 is xy plane. These are all coordinate planes. The solid region is bounded by the 3 coordinate planes plus the another plane. This is what? X plus y plus z equal to 1. What is the equation of plane? This is the plane in the space, 3-dimensional space. It is the intercept form of the plane. You studied in geometry. Intercept form of the plane is x by a, y by b, z by c is equal to 1, where a, b, c are the intercepts on the x axis, y axis and z axis. Means this plane cuts x axis at a, y axis at b and z axis at c. Here a, b, c are 1, 1, 1. So, this plane cuts the x axis at one distance, y axis divided by 1 is there. So, one distance and z axis at one distance. So, that is the intercept form of the plane along with the 3 coordinate planes. So, in this problem f x y z is equal to z, it is given function value. So, when you set up a triple integral, it is important to draw 2 diagrams, one the solid diagram, the other one its projection. See the next slide. The solid region E is drawn here. You can easily understand it is the tetrahedron. Its equation is x plus y plus z is equal to 1. So, I told you it is the intercept form of the plane. It cuts the x axis at the point 1, means here 1 0 0 at x axis, at y axis 0 1 0, at z axis 0 0 1. This is the intercept form of the plane, and the solid region is bounded by 3 coordinate planes. Z equal to 0, you can see this plane is xy plane, z equal to 0, and this side it is the xz plane, that is y equal to 0, this plane, and this plane it is x equal to 0, that is yz plane. So, the solid is bounded by 4 planes, in that 3 rectangular planes and 1 plane x plus y plus z. So, from this solid you have to identify the limits of the triple integrals. So, if I want to use the type 1 region is where z limits are functions of x y. In the type 1 region, z limits are functions of x y. You can see I can take z equal to 0 is the lower boundary of that solid, lower surface, and z is equal to this one, 1 minus x minus y. It is the equation x plus y plus z is equal to 1. So, I can write z is equal to 1 minus x minus y. So, these are the z limits. The solid E is bounded by the lower surface is z equal to 0 and the upper surface is z is equal to this plane. Now, we take its projection on xy plane. Its projection on the xy plane, you can see the another picture, its projection on xy plane, that is a triangle. You see z equal to 0, this itself is the projection of the solid E. This is the region D. It is taken in the separate picture. This is x axis, y axis. So, what is this line? It cuts 1 0 and 0 1, this line. What is the equation of this line? How to find the equation of this line? Just using the 2-point form, straight line, or it is simple. You put z equal to 0 in the plane, z equal to 0, you will get 1 minus x minus y equal to 0. So, y is equal to 1 minus x. This is a straight line. Consider the region D, that is a triangular region here, that is a projection of the solid E, projection of the tetrahedron E on the xy plane. You get a triangular region, it is shown in the other picture. So, from this D you find out the double integral limits. So, D is the projection of the solid region E. So, once you get its projection, you go for the double integral. This is the region in the xy plane. So, there is always the 2 set of limits as we discussed in the double integrals. One can use any of the type 1 and type 2 regions. So, in this problem I considered x limits to be constants. So, x is equal to 0 and x is equal to 1. They are the x limits, and y limits I consider they are functions of x. So, y is equal to 0, the lower boundary, and y is equal to this straight line. So, it is in along y direction. So, y is equal to 1 minus x. So, these are the limits of the region D in the xy plane. Now, we set up the integral limits. So, the lower boundary of the tetrahedron already discussed, z equal to 0 here, and the upper boundary is z equal to x minus y. Okay. So, use these two are the z limits, z equal to u1 xy in the formula, that is 0, z is equal to u2 xy 1 minus x minus y. You substitute in the formula. So, that becomes, again notice that these two planes, the tetrahedron and z equal to 0, they intersect the same line x plus y plus 1. If you consider the solid region E as well as this region, this is the common line. They intersect at this line and even 0 and this in the xy plane. So, the projection of E is a triangular region, we have discussed already, and the integral limits becomes in this way, where x limits are 0 to 1 and y limits are 0 to 1 minus x, z limits are taken 0 to the plane 0 to the plane equation 1 minus x minus y. So, this is of type 1, we call it as, whenever z limits are functions of x y, y limits are x and x limits are constants, is of type 1. So, we can also change the region D, that is also allowed. You want to take y limits to be constant, you can take it 0 to 1, y limits are constant, and x limits you want to be a function of y, you can take. So, you can write x is equal to 1 minus y, that is also okay for the integration. Now, these are the limits of integration, go for the evaluation. So, the given integral z into dv. So, dv you write according to as you wish. I want dz, dy, dx to be first in this order, you write it. You want dx, dy in that order also you can write. So, I have taken dv as dz first, dy, dx, because you see the limits, z limits are to be functions of x, y limits to be functions of x only, and x limits to be functions of, means they are constants. So, now integrate here, you can I can consider integration of z here, integration of z, you can do in detail here the board. It is the triple integral 0 to 1, 0 to 1 minus x, 0 to 1 minus x y. Z is the function here, dz, dy, dx. This is given. The inner integral we have considered as z dz, that is integration with respect to z. So, keeping the other integrals as it is now, integrating z with respect to z, it is integration of z is z square by 2, apply the limits 0 to 1 minus x minus y dy dx. So, z is over. Now, substitute the limits 0 to 1, 0 to 1 minus x, 1 by 2 is a constant, you can take outside, put in place of z 1 minus x minus y, 1 minus x minus y whole square minus lower limit is 0, that is 0. Then dy dx as it is. The integration with respect to z is over. After the integration, it looks purely a function of x and y, it is okay, 1 minus x minus y whole square. Now, you go for the second integration, that is with respect to y. When we integrate with respect to y, keep the variable x constant here. You want to simplify that bracket or you can integrate directly, both are allowed here. Now, I integrate directly, 1 by 2 I take outside, 0 to 1, now integrating with respect to y. So, what is the integration of 1 minus x minus y? It is 1 minus x minus y, power is 2 plus 1 divided by 3, and multiplying the coefficient of y in the denominator, that is the integration 1 minus x minus y power integration 2 2 becomes 3 divided by 3, then multiply the coefficient of y in the denominator. Coefficient of y is minus 1, it becomes minus 3. Then substitute the limits 0 to 1 minus x dx. So, in place of y you substitute the limits here. So, the constant becomes minus 1 upon 6, 0 to 1. Put y is equal to 1 minus x. So, 1 minus x as it is minus 1 minus x, that is upper limit, minus the lower limit, put y equal to 0, that means 1 minus x, it is over. Putting y is equal to 1 minus x here, 1 minus x minus y is 1 minus x, minus is the rule of integration. Then put the lower limit when y equal to 0, that is 1 minus x over. These two cancels, it is minus of 1 minus x, their power is there, that also you consider raised to 3, here also raised to 3. So, inside the bracket these two cancels. Now, minus minus plus one can write 1 by 6, 0 to 1, it is 1 minus x raised to 3 dx. So, after the integration with respect to y, it becomes 1 upon 6, 0 to 1, 1 minus x raised to 3. Now, we do the integration with respect to x. Lastly, 1 upon 6, what is the integration of 1 minus x to the power 3? It is power integration 1 minus x to the power 4 divided by 4. Again, the denominator is multiplied by the coefficient of x. Coefficient of x is minus 1. So, 4 into minus 1, put the limits 0 to 1. So, it is minus 1 upon 24. Now, substitute the limits. When x equal to 1, it is 1 minus 1, 0, that is the upper limiting value, and x equal to 0, 1 minus 0, that is 1. So, finally, it is 1 upon 24, the value of the triple integral. Now, that was the reason, type 1 reason. Moving to the other types, the solid reason E is of type 2. In the picture you can see type 2, it is of the form. Here the solid region is bounded by x is equal to function of yz, that is the lower surface, and upper surface is x is equal to another function of yz. You can see it is the surface along x axis here. Previous problem it was along the z axis, that is why the x limits are the functions of yz here. X limits are functions of yz. Then you take the projection of that solid on the yz plane here. When x limits are functions of yz, its projection is taken on the yz plane. In the previous type, z limits were the functions of xy, that is why its projection taken on xy plane. See that here the solid E is bounded by two surfaces. They are x is equal to yz, function of yz, and x equal to another function of yz. So, these are considered as the x limits of the triple integral. Its projection is should be taken as on the yz plane. D is the projection of this solid E. Now, once you get the region, that is plane region in the yz plane, you find out the limits of that region D. So, here in this problem the triple integral is written as, first we integrate with respect to x, because x limits are functions of yz here, x limits are functions of yz. So, integrating with respect to x, then the after the integration it becomes the double integration over the region D. So, D is the region in the yz plane. So, we need to find out the limits of D. So, in the yz plane there are two variables y and z here. So, again there are two types, y limits to be constant and z limits are functions of y. There are one set of limits, and other one z limits are constants, y limits are functions of z. So, we can take any of the two limits here. So, in this case I have taken, see here, that was the type 2, that was the type 2. When x limits are functions of yz, then yz plane there are two set of limits again, that becomes the evaluation of the triple integral over the region, solid region of this type. There will be one more type 3. Type 3 is, see here, y is equal to u1 xz, y is equal to u2 xz, means y limits are functions of xz. You can see along the y axis, the region, the surface is bounded along the y axis. This is the lower surface for the solid, this is the upper surface. So, along the y direction, you can see the y axis here, solid bounded by y limits, y is equal to function of xz and y equal to another function of xz. Then once y limits are functions of xz, you take its projection on xz plane, its projection on xz plane. You see it is x axis and z axis, you can easily identify. This plane is the plane containing x axis and z axis, that is the xz plane. So, D is the region in the xz plane, you go for finding the limits of this region D. Again there are two set of limits. You want to consider x limits to be constants and y limits, z limits to be function of x, you write it. The other way is z limits to be constants, you write it, and x limits to be function of z. Either of those two you consider for evaluating the double integral over the region D. So, finally, the type 3 region is first integrated with respect to y, then integrated with respect to z and x. So, type 2 and type 3 regions, there may be two possible expressions for the integral depending on D. I told you D is either type 1, type 1 means it is in the double integral. D is the region in the plane, xy plane, maybe yz plane, maybe in the zx plane, depending on the three types, main three types, one type, second type and three types. D is in the xy plane, there are two types double integrals. D is in the yz plane, again there are two types for the plane region. D is in the zx plane, again two types. So, in this way the triple integrals are evaluated. So, I summarized all the 6 possibilities. Totally there are 6 possible triple integrals. Whenever the limits they are function of x, y, you can see the type 1 we discussed. Type 1 there are two types. First integration with respect to z, type 1 case integration is with respect to z, means the z limits are functions of x, y. You can see z limits are functions of x, y. So, next the second and third integrals are with respect to y and x or with respect to x and y. So, these two comes under D. D is in the xy plane. So, you can do integration first with respect to y, then with respect to x, or you can do D its integration first with respect to x, then with respect to y. So, number 1 and 2 they are type 1 in the triple integral. Similarly, type 2 we have shown the figure here. X limits are functions of yz, that is why dx is taken first here. X limits are functions of yz, after that z and y is there, or y and z. So, D is the region in the yz plane, you can take first z then y or first y then z. So, they are explained in double integral evaluation. Type 3, here y limits are function of xz, see in y direction the region, y limits are functions of xz. So, first integrate with respect to y in both the cases. After the first integration, then go for either zx or xz. So, there are totally 6 possibilities depending on the solid region is given. When the solid region is given, you identify which one is convenient out of the 6 types here. Now, this is a one example. We can explain which reason we have to consider, which type we have to consider by this example. It is simply evaluate the triple integral over E. The fx y z is given square root of x square plus z square is into dv. dv is just dx dy dz. Where E is the region, you understand what is E here. E is the region bounded by paraboloid. See the paraboloid, its equation is y is equal to x square plus z square and the plane y is equal to 4. So, these two are 3-dimensional objects. These two are paraboloid and plane y equal to 4. It is a 3-dimensional object y equal to 4. See the paraboloid picture is here. So, it is taken on the y axis because y is equal to x square plus z square. It is on the y axis. So, there are similarly other paraboloids. X is equal to is there, on the x axis is taken. Z is equal to x square plus y square, that is on the z axis. So, easily you can recognize them. So, y is equal to x square plus z square, that is the paraboloid, and there is a plane y equal to 4. It is not shown here. There is a plane cutting the paraboloid here, plane surface is there. So, find out, evaluate this function over the region. This is the solid region bounded by one paraboloid and another one plane. Now, identify the limits of the integration. Here you want to consider the type 1. We have many types, type 1, type 2, type 3 in triple integrals. Suppose you want to consider type 1 region. You remember type 1 region, the limits of first integral limits are z. Z limits are functions of x y. You want to use the type 1 region, z limits are functions of x y. Then its projection on x y plane we have to take. So, if you consider the same type 1 region, there the z limits are functions of x y. You simplify this expression, y is equal to x square plus z square, simplify it for z is equal to. So, z square is equal to x y minus x square, z square is equal to y minus x square, z is equal to root of that, z is equal to plus or minus root of y minus x square. So, one you consider minus, that is the lower boundary of that surface, the other one plus root of y minus x square, the upper boundary. Then what is the projection? Once you get the z limits are functions of x y, you take the projection of this solid on the x y plane. How to get the projection here? If you press along the x y plane, what is the picture? Pressing that plane, that solid surface to the x y plane, you will get a parabola. You can see here, pressing the paraboloid from the top means along the z axis through x y plane, you will get its projection is the parabola here, projection is parabola. Otherwise, mathematically you can see, put z is equal to 0. How to get the projection? Put z equal to 0 means there is no z axis, z equal to 0, the picture becomes y is equal to x square, y is equal to x square is a parabola. The same diagram is taken here, y is equal to x square is a parabola, and there is a plane is there, y is equal to 4, the plane is given, y is equal to 4, that becomes a line on the xy plane. The plane y equal to 4 pressed to the xy plane, that is a line y equal to 4. So, this is the reason it is the projected from projection of the solid region E on the xy plane. So, now identify the limits of this region D1. So, you can easily find the limits here. Y limits are, you want to consider y limits to be constants 0 to 4, y limits are 0 to 4, and x limits you want to take, x limits are x is equal to plus or minus root y. So, along x direction minus root y plus root y you can take. See here, root y, that is one type we discussed. So, in the type 1, here it is in the xy plane, there are two set of limits. One can take y limits constants, x limits functions of y. The other way is x limits constants and y limits are functions of x. So, when you want x limits constants means you can see the intersection point here. This is -1, this is +1, -1 +1 here. So, x limits are -1 to +1 and y limits are this parabola to a line, y limits are parabola to line. So, this is one set of limits of D1 it is. So, here x limits taken as the constants, find out the intersecting points here. Here we will get -1 to +1 or see it, put y equal to here, y equal to 4, y equal to 4 means x square is equal to 4 here. You can easily find the intersection points here, put y is equal to 4 here, x square is equal to 4 means x is equal to plus or minus 2. So, that it is not -1, -2 to +2. So, you can verify easily when y is equal to 4, solving these two, one is straight line, one is parabola, solving one another, put y is equal to 4 here, x square equal to 4, x equal to plus or minus 2. So, the limits of x are -2 to +2 and y limits are functions of x. So, x square to 4, x square is a parabola, along y direction you have to take. The lower boundary is parabola, the upper boundary is a line, that is y equal to 4. So, they are the limits of the region D. So, z limits we already selected. Now, we obtain the given triple integral x square plus, it is not y square, x square plus z square, it is not y square, x square plus z square under root, that is the integration, it is written here correctly. X square plus z square dv is equal to, the z limits are taken minus square root of y minus x square to plus square root of y minus x square, and y limits are x square parabola to a line and x limits are -2 to +2. So, dz integration with respect to z first, then y, then x. This is the type 1 region we expressed. One can also write dy dx as dx dy, so that change the limits of x and y. Though this expression is correct, but evaluation is not so easier. Means first to integrate with respect to z, what is the integration of root x square plus z square. After the integration you substitute these two limits, y minus x square square root y minus x square, then integrate with respect to y using the x square and 4, then integrate with respect to x. It is not so easy. So, what we have to do is, so instead of taking the projection of E on the xy plane, take its projection on the xz plane. So, there is a choice projection y we always take on the xy plane. So, we can also take the projection of the solid surface on other plane, that becomes the region is a circle here, region is a circle. So, we can change to the polar coordinates very easily, we can integrate it. So, here I rotated the diagram. It is the same paraboloid y is equal to x square plus z square. Simply I rotated the axis, this is the y axis, x is there, z is there. So, instead of taking the projection on xy plane, I take the projection of this figure on the xz plane. Means from the top of the y axis, you press that, you will get a circle on the xz plane. You see, this is the projection of the same figure on the zx plane. This is the projection of, you will get a circular region here, this one. What is the equation of circle? On the zx plane, it is x square plus z square equal to 4, because the maximum is 2, y is 4 here. So, x square plus z square is equal to 4. This is a circular region. So, projection of the solid E, instead of taking on the xy plane it was a parabola, in the xz plane it is a circle. You see that how the projection changes here. Looking from the z axis angle, its projection is a parabola. Looking from the y axis to the xz plane, it is a circle. So, we got a circular region D. Once you get a circle, what are the limits of this circle? You can easily find the circle limits. Along x axis -2 to +2, these are the x limits. You want to consider x limits to be constant, -2 to +2, and y limits are functions of z limits are functions of x here. There are x and z axis here, there is no y. Z is equal to square root of z square is equal to 4 minus x square, z is equal to minus square root of 4 minus x square and plus square root of. So, when the region D is in the xz plane, region D is in the xz plane, that is a double integration. The other variable is left y. We have to consider y limits to be functions of zx from the solid figure. So, y limits, the left boundary of the paraboloid is y equal to x square plus z square, and the right boundary is y equal to 4 here. The left minimum of y is this equation. It is a solid surface. It is the lower boundary is x square plus z square. The upper boundary is a plane. It is given in the problem. Y is equal to 4 is a plane cut here, plane surface, that is the upper boundary. So, they are the y limits first. So, in the integration, so y limits are taken x square plus z square to 4, then its projection on the zx plane. So, D3 is in zx plane, it is a circle also discussed. So, integrating this with respect here, y is equal to x square plus z square, integration of z you have to take integration, what is that? The double integral, a triple integral is given as in the problem. It is root of x square plus z square, root of x square plus z square, root of x square plus z square, integrated with respect to y here. Integration with respect to y, we get this one. There is no y here in this function, entire function there is no y here. So, it is totally x and z are constants here, x and z are constants. Okay. So, y comes here, integration of dy is y comes. So, it is substituted the y limits here, upper limit is 4 minus lower limit is this. So, even this integration also not so easy with respect to z and x. So, it is better to convert into polar coordinates, because our D is a circular part. Whenever a circle or circular part of a circle is there, you convert it to the polar coordinates. So, in the circle is in the xz plane, you take x equal to r cos theta, z equal to r sin theta, then evaluate accordingly that. So, 4 minus x square minus z square. So, x square plus z square is r square, adding and squaring and adding them. This is x square plus z square is equal to, that is r square, under root r square is r. So, dx dz we have studied now, change of variables Cartesian to polar, that is r dr d theta, simplifies to 4 r square, 4 r into r square minus r raised to 4. So, theta is taken separately, and what about the limits of polar coordinates, that we have to discuss. It is a circular region, theta varies from 0 to 2 pi. To get one full circle, theta varies from 0 to 2 pi, and r is the radius of the circle, 0 to 2. So, they are the limits in polar coordinates, r equal to 0 to 2 and theta equal to 0 to pi. So, they are r and theta are independent, there is no mixed equation r and theta here. So, that is why theta is taken separately. Integrating 4 r square, that is 4 r cube upon 3, r raised to 4 is r raised to 5 upon 5 into 2 pi. Integration of d theta is theta, 2 pi minus 0, it is 2 pi. Then put r equal to 0 to 2, this becomes 128 pi upon 15. So, the one example how we started evaluating is, first we took the projection on xy plane, that D region in the xy plane may be difficult to evaluate. So, instead of that we took the same problem in another angle, projection on the zx plane, we get the circular region. Even evaluating through the Cartesian limits, it may be little difficult. So, once you get a circular region, we are converted to polar coordinates. That way this problem is solved. So, here you can see the integrations are very simple after changing to polar coordinates. Otherwise, with respect to z, x, little too difficult that one. So, changing to polar, simpler equations we get. So, this is 128 pi upon 15. So, we will conclude this with this example. We go for the next. Thank you.